So my wife and I decided to have our bathroom remodeled, and the home we live in was built in 1925. So you have a tendency to run into a few things that you didn't know were there. In this particular bathroom, um, we had a kind of here's the bathroom before we started. But basically, what I was going to tell you about is the concrete mud subfloor and how to remove it. So this is kind of the bathroom. Not kind of the bathroom, this is the bathroom. So we had to take everything out, the vanity, the shower, the toilet, and obviously the floor. Um, you'd be surprised what you find underneath these things. But basically, once we got everything out, the shower, this is what we ran into. Two layers of tile. So this is the first layer of tile, which is kind of very much like the bottom layer of tile. But underneath that was, and you may not be able to see this here, and if you're watching this video, you probably know what I'm talking about anyway. There was placed concrete. I have poured, so you guys can fight over that battle. There's placed concrete underneath the tile. And the goal of the video here is show you how to remove that concrete so that you can make, get your floor level. What was happening in our floor, the reason we had to move the concrete is the floor was lumpy, it was just not as level as it was initially, due to setting and so forth. So here's just another shot of the tile on top of the concrete. So what we went to a rental store that rents tools, and we rented this kind of a handheld hammer, right? To me, it's like a jackhammer except a small one, and it comes with several bits. You can see here this bit, we didn't use this one. This one's just kind of sharp on the end. The better one was a bit that's more like it's kind of beveled on the end, right? Or it's flat on the end and it's maybe 2 or 3 inches wide. So this thing was pretty easy to use, and actually removing the concrete was pretty easy as well. So what we did, and by the way, you're definitely going to need some kind of mask or something over your mouth, because this generates a ton of dust, right? A lot of dust from this, a lot of dust from your cleanup. So basically what we did is we took the jackhammer, and you can see there's just one person using it here, and we cut out squares, right? Maybe 2 by 2, maybe 1.5 by 1.5, depends on how strong you are, because really once you start cutting these, that concrete underneath, it's more like mortar, so it slices through that quite well, and so you're able to kind of get the jackhammer underneath there, raise it up, and then your help that came over to help you do this can carry this out to the dumpster. And what you end up with is there are some chunks that break off, obviously, that you want to get out of there, and definitely use once again, something over your mouth and nose to get rid of the dust. And another thing we did is we had a fan blowing out the bathroom window too, to kind of alleviate some of that dust. Close the bathroom door and tape it up, because the stuff will get everywhere, the dust will. So we took a regular broom and dustpan, and kind of got up the larger chunks and threw those away into 5-gallon buckets. And then lastly, I took a shop vac. And believe it or not, the shop vac will get a lot of it up without having to scoop it. But using the dustpan and broom helps some. Then take the shop vac and vacuum the rest up. And it comes out looking like this. And the shop vac also helps with the dust, or keeping some of that dust down. So as you can see here, we got everything out. We left a couple of chunks under here just to hold up this the wall that was used for the shower enclosure. These are joists running along here, and then the subfloor. And now we're able to go in and really put in a level floor, right? New shower. You can kind of see how it's turning out here. But I hope that helps. And remember, the key is definitely wear a dust mask when you're doing this. And then cut these things out in chunks. Believe it or not, it's much easier than what you think it may be. Because it's pretty daunting when you think about it and you're looking at having to take up a concrete floor. So hope this helps. Thanks, everyone.